Training Systems Sindelfing in Germany, and again our wonderful guest, model, actress, athlete Jana is here, and we've got a cool exercise where we're going to really work on some thoracic mobility. So that's the spine, basically where your chest is, and this limits a lot of our range of motion, from athletes to moms to superpowered dads and everybody in between. And we've got a simple way with 2 tennis balls we can really effectively increase our awesomeness. Alright, so Jana has already been briefed on the exercise that I wanted to do and where the tennis balls are going to go, but I'm going to specify a little bit because in another video where we release the rhomboids and the shoulders, I talk about the balls ending at the bottom of the shoulder blades. So I will put a picture above so we know exactly where that is, because this exercise is where it begins. So we begin at the bottom of the shoulder blades. So again, notice the picture up top, that's the bottom of your shoulder blades. I will set the balls for her there. I'm not going to have them together. I'm going to have a little bit of a space between them, but you can do both. Practice them together because then your spine lies in the middle, and have them a little bit farther apart to see if that presses into the muscles a little bit better. So I've got this set, and Jana, go ahead and lay down there, Jana. Important thing is that her head goes on the ground. Sometimes it's quite interesting because you see people right away, so I'm going to turn your head, like this. That is a tall tale sign of the thoracic mobility not being that. She is okay, so she's already got some decent mobility, but when we did this and I cued her on the exercise, right away she felt like she couldn't move and breathe, or the breathing was difficult, huh? And the reason that is because our thoracic spine, we have these little facet joints, and that's what basically attaches every vertebrae to themselves. But in the thoracic area, we also have the connection to the ribs. And the ribs in between them have the muscles that help us breathe. So unfortunately, it's not my good looks that takes Jana's breath away. It's the balls in her thoracic spine. So I'd like to pretend both, but I don't think so. So if you notice your breath also going away, it could be my good looks, but most likely it's just the tennis balls. So with that being said, Jana, if you can deal with my wonderful looks, then we will continue here, yeah? So go ahead. She doesn't even still want to move because she can definitely feel it, the pressure in the spine, yeah? So from here, she's going to keep her head in a neutral position, butt on the ground, and you're basically just going to move from her upper body. Now from this position, or when you're in this position, you may notice that your lordotic curve, the curve in the lower portion of your spine, is very high. What I had Jana do was I set my hand underneath it and I had her flatten her spine. So as it goes like this, her pelvis then goes into more of a neutral position, if you will. Her back flattens and she can feel the ball really go into her spine. And as you can see it, go ahead and flatten your back one more time. As she does that, you notice that the neck starts to go into that position I was talking about before. This almost hyperextension position where she's trying to regain the mobility from her neck because it's not in her thoracic spine. So for the fighters out there, for the boxers, for the people in the MMA that are always in that turtle position, I call it, on the mat, to really anybody sitting too much, this is where we start to lose our range of motion, and then our neck ends up making up for it and leads to all sorts of problems. So this is a very simple exercise with 2 tennis balls where she can start, like I said, at the bottom of the shoulder blades. And Jana, what you would do to continue is you would just move towards me so the balls go down 1 vertebrae at a time. Yeah? So go ahead and just come towards me a little bit, and you notice the balls go down a little bit lower. You continue really as long as you want, but once you get out of that thoracic area of the vertebrae, so kind of more towards the lordotic curve area, you're going to notice maybe the balls don't do so much. That's because we're into the lumbar spine. That is also still okay. They're a bit thicker. The muscles are a bit, I'd say, more dense and deep. So when you don't really feel it anymore, it's because the balls have gotten low enough, then go ahead and stop there. But everybody will be different. Some people can make it all the way down to the top of their butt. Some people will get right into the beginning of their lordotic area and not feel it anymore. So listen to your body, go as long as you want, have a glass of wine, have the TV on, have your eyes closed, meditate, do whatever you want. Just get through these exercises, open up the mobility, and enjoy. Alright guys, as always, man, social media, we're there, check us out, especially Facebook and Instagram under Grant Training Systems, and the newsletter, is awesome. If you don't have it yet, go to the website gtsgermany.com and sign up for it, because then you have access to the private lifestyle tips and success secret video that I put in every single one. So just another video that's private for the subscribers that allows you to be more awesome and more badass, and has cool tips that you would never know unless you heard them from me. So guys, until next week, Jana, again, thank you, and enjoy the summer. Peace.